Matt, welcome to InvestorStream. Firstly, for those new to the story, can you just give us a quick overview on what makes the Red Mountain Lithium project such an exciting opportunity in Nevada?
Yeah, thanks, Alex. Look, there's a few reasons. Red Mountain Lithium project is a large-scale project, so we've got high-grade lithium intersections in 18 holes over a 5.6 kilometre strike now. It is high grade, and so what we're seeing is we're getting intersection grades of up to and over 3,000 parts per million lithium. And for context, these kind of deposits, most of them actually have an average resource grade of below about 950. So that's really spectacular grade, and it's a style of deposit you can actually produce a battery grade lithium carbonate out of it. So there's two benefits there: or a value-added product you're going to produce at the mine, and then there's no third parties, none of the geopolitical issues that come along with third party processing of lithium. So, and it's also in a very mining friendly jurisdiction, of course. Nevada is one of the greatest mining jurisdictions in the world. And at the, at the White House level, they're putting some serious tailwinds on the US establishing its own critical metals supply chains.
Thanks, Matt. Now, you've dropped the Cobre project and tightened up your land holding. So how does putting all your energy into Red Mountain help drive value for shareholders?
Yeah, look, there's a couple of reasons. One, I'd say it's a matter of attention, and two, it's a matter of expenditure. Being in the United States and having to deal with the exchange rate means that you do have to be cognizant of where your money's going. But going back to attention and being a junior explorer, there's always any number of things that can pull your attention away. But what we're trying to do here is have a laser focus on creating value. And we're pretty sure that we're onto something very special at Red Mountain. So when we're thinking about lithium, Red Mountain will have our undivided attention.
Now, you mentioned in your announcement that this Red Mountain extension sits in an area waiting on a US land bill to be passed. How do you see that process playing out, and when could drilling realistically start there?
Look, that's right. So the area where the Red Mountain extension is, you can't get out on the ground and do ground disturbing exploration at the moment. But there's a Nye County public lands bill currently being drafted and close to finalisation. And this area is actually part of that lands bill and is looking to return it back to multiple use. And that means that we could get out there, push in drill pads and do the normal exploration, and ultimately it leaves it open to mining. So it does require that bill to pass through Congress, but I've been advised that process could happen as early as this year. So we'll be keeping a close eye on developments with respect to this lands bill.
Now, your early test work shows up to 98% lithium recovery from Red Mountain samples. So how big of an advantage could that be compared to other Nevada lithium projects?
Oh, look, that's a fantastic outcome from a leachability perspective. We're really lucky to have lithium that leaches like a dream. But one other bit of test work we've done as well that really complements this is we've done some beneficiation test work. And what that looks to do is high grade the front end before the feed into the processing plant. And the test work that we've done shows we can get about a 35% increase in lithium grade, but also remove acid consuming minerals that are of no value. And that's a really big one for these styles of deposits, because the number one line item, operating costs, is acid. So if you can remove your acid consuming minerals, you get lower OPEX, and if you can up your grade, and you're going to increase your revenue. So we've had some really good outcomes on the beneficiation side of things, as well as the leachability.
And finally, understand it's a busy time for you, with drilling set to kick off at the Needles Gold project as well as Red Mountain. Can you take me through the timeline over the next 3 to 6 months, and how confident are you that you'll be able to have a resource by the end of the year at Red Mountain?
Yeah, look, we should be drilling at Needles in a week. We'll get on the ground there. I expect that drilling will take between 10 days to 2 weeks. Then we're going to take the rig straight over to Red Mountain, and that's where we're going to do the infill drilling at Red Mountain and get our samples off to the lab ASAP. So, yeah, look, in terms of the mineral resource, we'll definitely, I can't see anything that's going to get in the way of us putting it out by the end of the year. And in terms of other work that's also going on, we're going to be doing a little bit of metallurgical test work for Red Mountain. So we're looking to demonstrate that the project can produce a lithium carbonate product. We're going to look at producing a technical grade lithium carbonate and then upgrading it to battery grade.
Matt, really appreciate your time today and look forward to seeing how things progress for Astute Metals. Thanks for joining me and all the best.
Thanks, Alex. Appreciate it.